Today's video is going to be all about allowing for turnout at the front of the hip. So turnout, some of the previous videos talking about keeping it continuous. Then the last one was about concentric, the magnet at the back. So this one's about eccentric, allowing at the front. It's misunderstood. Often dancers pull and work at the front of the pelvis instead of just sort of allowing it. So this idea that I had that came up with a really cool graphic you'll see, which I thought was pretty fun, is this idea that the head of the femur, to imagine it like an eyeball. So when I'm awake, it's easy for me to keep my eyes open. I'm not working that hard. There are definitely muscles that are lengthening, or actually there's muscles that are shortening to keep the work. But for our purposes, I can think of the opening of the eyelid as releasing the muscles that would be closing as well. Okay, so I've got my pelvic half here. Okay, there's the acetabulum. So this is this side. There's where the pubic bone would be, your ASIS, front of the hip joint there. So this is colored yellow. Imagine that I put a full eyeball on it, like you'll see in the graphic there. So if I want the front here to expand, allowing me to create rotation, rather than, so I'm not asking you to, obviously pop the bone out there, but this idea of rotating it so that the head of the femur here, the part that would be exposed with greater rotation, is like an eye that's opening. And when it's fully open, that means it's nice and released and across here and open, as in there's not inward muscles that are also working concentrically at the same time as the lateral rotators of the back are trying to work concentrically. Then you've got to fight. That often happens with dancers. They know that turnout's hard, so they let themselves feel how hard it is. And sometimes the hard is actually two concentric contractions going on, one at the front and one at the back. So this eye opening looking forward can help release that. Then I also like the idea of, to keep the pelvis upright instead of going down and doing a tilt here, you can think of saying, not only is my eye opening to look forward, but I'm not letting the eyelids slide down to close. I hope that works for you. I thought it was kind of fun to check out the picture there, and you are most welcome to even print it to share to your students. All right, the next video coming up, a very misunderstood and not often taught or explored concept that causes heartache, pain, hip pain, knee pain for a lot of dancers, whether it's the 14-year-old dancer or a dance teacher who's been doing this to themselves for decades. If you're intrigued, next video linked up here, click like, make a comment, and hit subscribe. See you on the next one.